Krishna. I want to ask you, there are so many beautiful mystical poetries, spiritual poetries from Bengal. I'm wondering which one to accept and which one not. Also, if I am singing those poetries and then explaining, it will take time. So should I go into the direct explanations? If I can sing, like poetry like Bhajo Bhure Mano, very meaningful. Bhajo Bhure Mano Si Nandan Nandan, Atma Nivedana Tua Padeku. So beautiful and so wonderful. Singing and then explanation will be taking long time.
Yeah. We have time.
Okay.
But as you feel like.
I feel like singing and explaining, but then it's a time factor. So, besides having positive problems, we also have some, besides negative problems, we also have some positive problems of life. It's one of the time crisis. Because we have to be practical to maintain the time. Everyone is so busy with other things. Krishna also says, I am time, so respect.
Radha
Sri Guru Srijuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Shajivam Shadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Shahagana Lalita Sri Vishakham Nitanscha Vande Guru Padadhandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhung Bande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nanda Nandanam Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Sri Nanda Nandanam Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Gurave Gaurachandaya Radhikaya Stadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah Sakshadharitvena Samasta Shastrai Rakatas-tatha bhavataiva sadbhi Kintu prabharja priyaeva tasya Bande gurasri charanarabindam Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Jata kripa tamaham bandi Paramananda madhavam Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Jata kripa tamaham bandi Paramananda madhavam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Can everybody sing? Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna all, I offer my most respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace, my Paramaradha Lord Guru Maharaj, and then to all my Guru Varga, Rupanuga Guru Varga, and at last, finally, to the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, my Paramaradha Param Guru Pada Padma, and humbly be praying for their divine grace and mercy be bestowed upon me, bestowed upon you all. With the holy invocation of all their divine graces, with the holy invocation, through my prayers of grace, of all their divine graces, I would like to enter into the world of the discussion, of the explanation of today's topic. Gaur Hari Bol. Anything? It's open already.
Yes.
Thank you. So, I also offer my loving regards to all of you, the good hearts, present in today's Harikatha, program. I truly appreciate all of your presence, sweet presence, okay, which is representing your special respect and loving appreciation for hearing Krishna Katha, Harikatha, hearing the glories of Supreme Lord Hari, Supreme Lord Krishna. In other words, He is the personification of all power, knowledge, beauty and bliss. Loving, love, joy. That is Lord Krishna. See, you all fairly understand and appreciate the impersonal energy form, all pervading universal energy form of the Supreme God, Supreme Lord. But sometimes some of you may have some queries, some little question, how the all-pervading infinite superpower, super universal power can be manifesting in personality. Such question arises in the mind because of our certain type of limitations about the concept of limited mundane personality. We simply try to impose the concept of our mundane personalities, limited concept of limited mundane personality on the superpower and try to try to feel and conceive about his personality or her personality. Therefore, it gets very difficult for us to understand Supreme God in personal form. See, because the very idea and concept of mundane personality is very limited. Okay, it's very limited in all respects. But the very nature, the character of the Supreme Personality of the Supreme Divine Truth, all the superpower is just opposite. His conception opposite, that of infinite character and nature. Okay, multifarious, infinitely colorful, beautiful, wonderful, mystically wonderful, divinely wonderful character and nature. Okay? Unlike the very limited, isolated type of the conception of mundane personality. Okay. I repeat. So the very idea, the conception of the personality of the Supreme Godhead, Supreme Person, is just opposite to the limited concept of mundane personality. Therefore, it's called transcendental. In every aspect of when we are trying to glorify, describe the glories, narrate the glories of the superpower, Supreme Personality of all pervading divine truth, then we have to use the term. Okay. We have to take the help of that term, that specific qualifying adjective. What is that? Transcendental. Transcendental. Not just divine. Saying divine is not always enough. Divine, divinity of what character? That of transcendental character. So that it is well understood by us. Okay, we carefully understand something. The truth we are talking about is of transcendental character. It's beyond our knowledge, comprehensive knowledge, understanding, realizations. No matter how much we no matter how much we can experience about that, how much we can realize about that, still so much remains, almost so much infinitely remains beyond my knowledge and understanding, beyond my comprehension. That's why the term transcendental is specifically used to describe about Him, Supreme He or Supreme She. Therefore, so since the very character, nature of the personality of the Supreme Lord, in other words, Supreme Person, Supreme Divine Truth, is unlimited, infinite. So there should be no difficulty to accept that, embrace that truth, that the superpower can manifest in energy form, all pervading, universal energy form also. Most beautifully, mystically wonderful, divinely wonderful, transcendental, personal form. The form is never limited, never to be limited. Okay. There are unlimited aspects, unlimited colors, beauty, aspects, flavors, fragrances, all around, all through that are unlimitedly beautiful, wonderful characteristics, transcendental characteristics. His personality has got that. Lord Krishna gave some idea to Arjuna by showing his universal form, Bhagavad Gita. Because Arjuna also had some doubt, expressed some doubt about, on behalf of others. He also placed that query before Krishna: how can I believe? How can I believe in you that you are Supreme Personality of Godhead? You are Supreme Person. I see you in a beautiful form. Then, so just I see you within a form. So how can I believe? Really, you are that Supreme, infinite, divine Person. The absolute truth.
la vérité absolue.
personification of the absolute divine truth, how can I believe?
Comment est-ce que je peux le croire?
In order to convince Arjuna,
Pour convaincre Arjuna,
Krishna manifested universal form.
manifester sa
At
forme
some point,
universelle.
Arjuna could not take it. The form was
Arjuna
so
ne pouvait pas.
overwhelming for
Il
him.
était
He could not simply
submergé
take
par
it.
ses
He begged, prayed to Krishna,
Il a prié à Krishna.
"Oh Supreme Lord,
Oh, Seigneur,
please again,
s'il te plaît,
please again
s'il te plaît,
reappear,
de nouveau,
again appear yourself in your that most beautiful, friendly form.
dans cette belle
What
forme
I am
que tu as,
used to it,
très
what I
amicale,
love.
celle que j'aime,
I cannot
avec
take,
qui je peux relationner,
I cannot take
parce que je ne peux pas,
so much opulence and so
je ne
much
peux pas
power.
supporter tellement d'opulence,
So
de
much
puissance
power of
dans
you.
cette forme universelle que tu
It's
me
too
montres.
much overwhelming for
Ça
me.
me submerge trop.
Okay. So I'm just finding myself like a smallest dot in the middle of that
Parce que je me
infinite
retrouve comme une
universal
petite
form.
poussière.
I
Cette
see
forme
no end.
universelle.
I
Je
see
vois-
no
je
end
ne vois pas de
from the up and the high, no end, and the down, towards the down, no end, on my left, on my right, every direction. All the directions I see you, all are infinite and infinite, and I am
infiniment.
just like an infinitesimal dot
Et moi, je
somewhere in the middle.
petite,
You are so overwhelmed.
petite poussière.
Upon seeing, by seeing
Il
that
était complètement submergé.
wonderfully mystical universal form. Everyone in that war field could not see that, only Arjuna,
Sur ce champ de
Sanjaya,
bataille, personne d'autre ne pouvait voir
of
que
course
seulement
Vasudev,
Arjuna,
only
Sanjaya,
few, Vidura, few qualified
seulement
devotees,
pouvoir.
great personalities only could see
Pouvait
the
voir
universal
cette
form.
forme universelle que Krishna montrait à Arjuna.
So, back to the point. So we can worship
Donc on peut adorer
the Supreme Personality of all pervading, universal, infinite, divine truth.
cette vérité qui
Also,
imprègne tout.
Okay? Besides, also in the wonderfully beautiful personal
Très
form,
belle forme personnelle.
okay, as Krishna, Rama, Narayana, in C form, Srimati Radharani, Lakshmi,
Féminin,
other
Radharani,
goddesses.
Lakshmi,
Okay, so
une déesse.
besides relating to the God, just relating to the God just in impersonal way, energy
Au
form.
lieu de simplement recevoir lui-même sa forme
The other
énergétique,
great gain, other great facility and privilege, or I would say great gain, manifest, it happens in our life when I relate to the Supreme Lord through beautiful, wonderful personal form, is that
nous relationnons avec Dieu dans sa forme
we can
personnelle.
relate heart to heart,
C'est qu'on peut
personal
relationner
way.
de cœur à cœur.
While we all go to relate to Supreme Lord as all pervading energy and power,
Ça,
light,
c'est différent que quand on
Okay,
relationne avec lui comme l'énergie,
space,
la lumière,
wind.
l'espace, le vent.
then we can appreciate, definitely we can
Bien sûr,
appreciate,
on peut
we can also
apprécier
deeply
ces-
relate,
ces aspects,
deeply
relationner
relate to that most wonderful manifestation of the Supreme Being,
ces
an
manifestations
impersonal energy form, divine energy form, all pervading,
son énergie,
cosmic,
son aspect
universal,
énergétique,
divine
cosmique.
energy form. No doubt we can also
Bien
deeply
sûr,
relate.
on peut relationner
But
avec
besides that,
mais
we
au-delà
can
de ça,
also
on peut
very much
aussi
wonderfully relate,
merveilleusement
okay, if not more deeply, more highly, more specially,
plus spécifique.
okay, we can relate to the same Supreme
Aussi à
Lord,
cette même,
also in
ce
the
même
personal form,
dans sa forme personnelle,
okay, personal, beautiful, wonderful,
très beau,
personal
merveilleux,
form,
cette forme
that of
personnelle
transcendentally unlimited, infinite nature.
qui a une nature infinie, transcendantale.
What is the special gain in doing so?
Et quel est ce gain
What is the
spécial,
big special gain we have through it?
ce gain en relationnant
That we can
dans sa
relate
forme
to the
personnelle,
Supreme
c'est qu'on
Lord
peut relationner avec le
with
Suprême
profound love,
avec un
or
profond
love,
amour
like heart to heart,
de cœur
between
à cœur,
heart and heart.
entre
Just as we can relate,
tout comme
we can relate to our beloved,
avec notre
okay, heart and heart, and
de
we
cœur
can
à cœur.
enjoy it,
Et
appreciate so much.
vraiment plaisir à cela.
Okay. Besides, we relate to the nature, Mother Nature.
Et on peut relationner
We relate to the
avec la
space and wind,
Espace,
air, okay, water,
l'eau,
ocean,
l'océan,
okay, lights.
la lumière.
We relate to them,
Bien sûr, on
okay,
se relie
and we
avec
feel happy about, we can
eux, et
appreciate.
on peut vraiment apprécier ce
Okay, they are
sentir
so much
heureux,
sustaining, nurturing our
parce
life.
qu'ils me
At the
nourrissent
same
notre
time,
vie, mais en même temps,
here we also relate to
on
our
peut aussi
beloved. Relate when we relate
on peut
to
aussi
those
relationner
persons
avec
who are so
nos-
near and
nos-
dear
nos
to
bien-
heart.
nos bien-aimés,
So
ceux qui
beloved
sont
to
proches
our
de notre
heart,
cœur, très chers à
also
notre
feel so
cœur.
much joy,
Et on va ressentir tellement de
take
joie,
so much
ces
happiness,
relations
delight, bliss
tellement de joie,
by closely relating to our
en
beloved.
relationnant avec
Our
nos
life, so
bien-aimés,
much happiness.
tellement de joie.
Sometimes we feel overwhelmed in
Parfois, on se sent
intense love,
submergé par un amour intense,
love bliss, love pleasure. And we can imagine,
plaisir, donc on peut imaginer,
we cannot imagine about our
on peut
life
pas imaginer
without
notre vie
beautiful personal
sans
relationships.
des relations
Because it is
personnelles,
more real, more practical,
parce que c'est beaucoup
close
plus
to
réel,
our heart,
plus pratique,
while we can relate,
proche de notre cœur,
we can closely, intimately
on peut
relate
vraiment intimement
to our other beloved
nos
persons,
bien-aimés,
between heart and heart,
de cœur
soul and soul.
d'âme à âme.
That's very wonderful.
Et ça,
That's
c'est
very
merveilleux.
wonderful, bliss-giving.
Ça donne beaucoup de
Reality.
joie. C'est une réalité divine.
So we can have
On peut
the
avoir
same,
cette même,
I mean, I'm just explaining
je suis
in a worldly way,
d'une façon
just to give you some
moderne,
idea.
pour vous donner une idée.
There's some example to give you a little bit idea, but it cannot fully explain about what I'm going to
Les
say.
aînés, bien sûr, ne vont pas expliquer
And
pleinement.
what to speak more about
Que dire
while we are relating, closely relating,
de façon très proche
wholeheartedly relating
de
to the supreme beloved Lord of our
au
life,
Seigneur suprême,
Lord
au
of
Seigneur
all beauty,
bien-aimé de
knowledge,
notre vie, qui a
okay,
toute beauté,
power,
toute connaissance, toute puissance.
and love of our life,
C'est l'amour de notre vie,
okay, our super soul,
notre âme suprême,
and super soul, beloved super soul,
bien-aimé,
our caretaker,
celui qui prend soin
from
de nous.
whom we have been able to be born,
Nous avons
and we have been able to maintain and sustain our life, enjoy our life,
nourri
everything.
et nous a permis
So,
de jouir de la vie.
when we are able to relate,
Quand on
closely relate,
relationner
lovingly relate to
avec beaucoup d'amour,
the supremely wonderful, beloved Lord in our life,
merveilleux
in
Seigneur,
a personal way,
d'une façon
with more
personnelle,
personal love relationship.
avec une
Can you
relation
imagine how beautiful, wonderful,
à quel point
how
c'est
blissful it can be?
merveilleux et joyeux.
Inexplicable.
C'est en fait, c'est on peut pas expliquer. C'est
Something
inexplicable.
inexplicably wonderful,
Quelque chose qui est
blissful
inexplicablement
realization of our life. See, none of us can go on for a long time in just impersonal way, even in this world. We need to relate personally. Okay? We understand. Just understand through simple common sense. How long can we go on just relating to some impersonal energy way? And then at some point we need to react. Need to react personally. We need to have a beautiful personal relationships. Feelings of love, care, loving share and care for each other. Okay, having hearts exchanges, sweet exchanges, our natural, lively, beautiful exchanges between us, among us. Okay, that is life. Okay, so we cannot avoid that. So similarly, it's also being applied. It's also applied in relation to the supreme divine truth. Okay. Because cause and effect. Something cannot be present in the effect if it is not in the cause. So since we have such beautiful, wonderful, joyful concept of having some personal love relationships among us, so it is already there.
Donc, c'est
in our
déjà
cause. We have to
nous
understand it's
sommes la cause, nous ne sommes pas l'origine.
already there in the cause, therefore we are having some reflection of the same on this mundane plane, like some sort of effect on this mundane plane. It's there. Originally it is there.
C'est originellement
That privilege,
transcendantal.
that scope,
Et ce qu'on vit ici,
okay, that dimensions, that dimension, divine dimensions of having beautiful, loving, personal relations with the Supreme Being, Supreme Absolute Good, Absolute Beauty and Truth and Knowledge and Power, Supreme Lord. It's there. So we all need to be perfectionists, not remaining limited only within the form of just impersonal worshipping, but also very personal, relational,
satisfaire d'une relation
okay, worshipping of God. Then it becomes
avoir une relation
perfect,
personnelle avec Dieu. Cette
complete.
relation, ça devient parfait, complet.
Oh, see, today just spontaneously going on explaining on this.
Donc,
It's not the subject
c'est
matter.
pas vraiment le sujet d'aujourd'hui.
It's not the topics today. Now I touch. Sometimes I just feel inspired, spontaneous way to speak on God, on Hari, the way it reveals, for the benefit, for my benefit, also for the benefits of others. Go. See, in the very beginning, I feel like giving some illumination, at least one verse from Madhurastakam. Then I will come to this song, explanation of this song, Bhajan Hurema. Because sometimes our ways of speaking, living is based on, is caused by some spontaneous inspiration, mystical inspiration. So always I do not follow the formally systematic ways, okay, presupposed, prefixed systems. Rather I follow my own natural inspirations. Feel it. It's more dynamic because it's appearing in my heart, my mind and heart. At least I can illuminate the first verse of the song Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram, a song in praise describing the glory of Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay, with all sweet love of heart, all the sweetness, nectar of devotee's love for the supreme sweet, supreme sweetness, supreme nectar personified, supreme bliss personified as Krishna, called by the name Krishna. Adharam madhuram badanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hashitam madhuram adharam madhuram badanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hashitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram. Again, adharam madhuram badanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hashitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram. So, read out the translation. The first verse. You have it? Translation.
Alors, on peut lire la traduction.
Then I will give you the lesson.
Ah, voilà. Donc, ses lèvres sont douces, son visage enfantin est doux, ses yeux mesmerizing, comment ce serait? Fascinant, voilà. Ses yeux fascinants sont doux, son rire est doux, son sourire est doux, son cœur plein d'amour est doux, et sa taille enchanteresse et douce. Tout dans le Seigneur de la douceur est doux.
Each and every verse
Chaque verset
of such kind of divinely mystical songs,
de ces chants,
divinely, mystically wonderful love songs
ces chansons d'amour,
is filled with
chaque verset est empli
most wonderful, beautiful, profound meanings, sweet meanings.
de signification très profonde.
Each and every verse
Chaque verset,
is ocean of this
c'est comme un
sweetness, sweet pastimes,
des
description of the sweet pastimes, nectarian pastimes of Krishna.
de Krishna.
First, Adharam Madhuram Badanam Madhuram. Okay. So, it translates as Adharam Madhuram. His lips, how do you say, lips are sweet.
Ses lèvres,
That's the normal translation.
ça c'est la
There's so
traduction
much within
normale.
this term.
Mais en fait, il y a toute une profondeur.
His Adharam, his lips are sweet.
Ses lèvres sont douces.
Why? How?
Comment
His lips are so sweet.
ses lèvres sont si douces.
Number one. Firstly, we have to remember.
D'abord, on doit se souvenir,
Now we are now speaking about.
nous ne parlons pas,
We are now talking about
nous ne discutons
no
pas.
ordinary person, even not even normal incarnation of the Supreme God.
Personne, ni même
We are
ni
talking
l'incarnation
about the
de Dieu.
Supreme,
On parle
Supreme Personality of all pervading, beautiful, divine truth.
de la suprême personnalité
So,
de la vérité.
Just bear that in mind,
Gardez
and
ça
then
à
you
l'esprit
hear.
et écoutez.
Be in tune and hear.
Soyez accordés et
So,
écoutez.
Vallabhacharya, in the first place, describing
Vallabhacharya, il décrit
his lips are sweet.
la douceur de ses lèvres.
No. Meaning,
Ça veut dire,
you know, oh Krishna,
en cochon,
with the same lips,
avec ses mêmes
you are engaged in playing flute
tu
song.
joues de la flûte.
The beautiful, sweet most flute song, which irresistibly attracts the hearts of all the divine damsels of Goloka Vrindavana, Srimati Radha Thakurani, hearts of all the, not only divine damsels, of all the pure devotees, the pure Braja, all around. Even you are attracting the ocean water of Yamuna, the air, wind blowing, the trees, the animals,
Les animaux sont attirés.
earth, everyone becoming alive,
Tout le monde est vivifié.
okay, in connection with your flute song.
En connexion avec la
flute song, the wonderful manifestation of the excellent Shabda Brahma. I repeat, the most wonderful manifestation, top most beautiful manifestation of the divine, or the sound divine, in the form of, inexplicable sweet melody, in the form of heart-breakingly beautiful, heart-captivating, helplessly heart-captivating, sweetness, filling the hearts of all your associates and devotees with nectar, inundating the world of their heart with nectar through that flute song. And such nectarine flute song is coming out, is originating from your lips. So, I see so much beauty and sweetness and nectar, nectar originating from these two lips. Krishna, your lips are sweet. Your lips are so beautiful and sweet, filling my whole existence, my heart and soul, everything with divine sweetness and nectar. I am mad, making me simply mad after you. Because such flute song of yours is something unaccountable, inexplicable, beyond our feelings of imaginations of sweetness and beauty, beyond our any concept of sweetness and experience of wonderful beauty and nectar. Is simply overwhelming, my Lord. We don't know how to narrate its glory, how to describe about the transcendental glory, unlimited glory of your flute song, and which is caused by your lips, beautiful lips. We are so charmed and attracted to your lips, sweet lips. Then something next to that, it's a bit esoteric. I won't go into any lengthy or detailed explanation. I'm just giving some idea. Oh, my supreme beloved, my beloved Lord, when we receive Brajagopis, Vallabhacharya wrote such type of song, he composed such type of song, feeling himself in Madhurya Rasa, finding himself in the transcendental Madhurya Rasa in relation to Krishna, and in the bhava of Brajagopi, divine beloved damsels of Braja. So he was meaning, see, oh beloved Lord, while you offer your kisses, while you give us your love kiss, you kiss us lovingly, then we simply begin to feel and relish unlimited nectar from your lips, unlimited wonderful nectar and nectarian taste from your sweet lips, while you engage in lovingly kissing us, my Lord. So, being in Madhurya Rasa mood, Vallabhacharya, composer of this song, also meaning that while you speak to us, we look at your lips, it is engaged in talking to us, We feel so much attracted only just to look at your lips. Beautiful, with lotus color. We are attracted, we are so much attracted to each and everything of you. Your holistic persona, your whole personality persona, also each and every point and part of your divine form. Okay. They are everything of you so sweet, so nectarine, which is so much unlike the mundane personality. Cannot be possible. Cannot be possible. So when you are also engaged in speaking sweet words, sweet loving words to us, when they emanate through those lips, we feel so attracted to your face, to your lips. It is nectar giving. It is simply nectar giving to our life, to our soul, to all our heart and soul. We are so attracted to your lips. Adharam, adharam, madhuram, badanang madhuram. As next, your face. Your facial appearance irresistibly charms all our mind and heart. Okay. Captivates us. Your lotus petal eyes, your lips, your cheek, your whole face fills our heart with nectarine, ecstatic wonder, wonderful ecstasy. Okay. We have never experienced that in looking at any mundane face, no matter how beautiful. No matter how beautiful looking a face can be from a mundane person, we can never experience in such a way. Maybe we can look at some nice beautiful face in the mundane world for a while and that's enough of it. Okay, we no more continue. But in order to look at your face, it feels in our heart. We cannot take our eyes away. It is so attractive. What is happening with us? What you are doing with us? What wonderful divine magic, ecstatic magic you are playing with us. We cannot. It becomes so hard for us to keep our eyes away from looking at your wonderfully beautiful face, Krishna, decorated with lotus petal-like eyes, with reddish hue, okay, with bright face, forehead, bright forehead and cheek, your lips, decorated with the beautiful hair. It's divinely charming, unlimitedly, wonderfully charming. Just to look at your face, giving us so much nectarine experience. Okay, what we never have in worldly way. Because worldly concept of beauty has got limit. It cannot be ever increasing. It can never go on in ever dynamic way. It has a limit. It becomes a bit monotonous, stale at some point. But in regard to Krishna's beauty of Krishna's face, it is that of ever dynamic character. Okay, never-ending, source of never-ending beauty and attraction and joy. Okay, that is the real distinction. Therefore, it is called transcendental experience. Divine experience in transcendence. So, adharam madhuram badanang madhuram. Oh Lord, my beloved Lord, when we look at your face, our eyes become engaged in drinking the nectar of your lotus-like face, like flower nectar, like bumblebee or honeybees. It's our food, come elixir, come life sustainer. Okay, that nectar, what we drink, what we imbibe through our eyes, from your beautiful face, smiling, smiling face, so meaningful, lovingly meaningful face. While you look at us, when you look at us, you cast your loving glance towards us. You cast your loving, compassionate glance towards us. It's also livingly reciprocating to our heart and soul. It's inundating our whole existence with divine pleasure and making us being irresistibly attracted to you and giving all our love, offer all our love to you, whatever we have. We helplessly feel to offer, dedicate, devote all the love of our heart, everything to you, Lord. And in return, the more we can give ourselves in love to you, in return, the more we receive that love nectar from you, the sweet love nectar from you through your sweet reciprocation with us. It is so divinely relational with Krishna. Okay, so it all manifests through reciprocation, through Leela of the Lord. So we also receive. The more we can give ourselves to you in love, the more we also receive through reciprocation. We can also receive so much nectar from you, nectarian love reciprocation from you. Simply overwhelms us, inexplicably captivates all our mind, heart and soul, inundates our whole existence with your nectar. So badanam madhuram. Then first addressing at Krishna's lips, beautiful lips, then towards the whole face. Next now, addressing the eyes, lotus petal-like eyes of Krishna. Nayanam madhuram, hashitam madhuram. Krishna's eyes are very reciprocative, divinely, sweetly reciprocative. Oh. You know, sometimes when we look at the eyes of our beloved, or we look at our beloved looks at, we feel so much joy, some special joy to look at the eyes of our beloved in a mutual reciprocations in our lives. So we understand, we romantically do understand, feel that how much happiness we can just receive just to look at our beloved eyes and also receive a beloved glance from the eyes of beloved. Then what to speak more? Can you imagine when we are receiving a beautiful glance from our Supreme Beloved Lord of our life and heart? Okay, how much attractive it can be through the glance, through Krishna's attractive glance, the glance of eyes. He's deeply reciprocating with the hearts of the Braja Gopis, Srimati Radharani, Braja Gopis, all the associates of divine Braja. And thereafter smiling. So Krishna's eyes, the glance of Lord Krishna his sweet smile, all are immensely heart captivating, sweet. Once I saw in a drama, like some man was being attracted to just look at the smile of the partner. So while the partner was smiling and smiling, laughing, smiling, he was not smiling. He just continued to look at that smile and enjoying, taking so much happiness to see that kind of holy smile, lovely smiles, relishing it so much. Although it's ordinarily a smile, laughing, but it became so much more than just an ordinary smile, ordinary laugh, because you are relating to it through some other higher dynamics, love dynamics. So it is not staying just as some usual type of monotonous smile or laugh. Okay. So why I am explaining this way? To make you all understand, okay, feel into when the Supreme Beloved Lord, the Supreme Beloved Lord of nectarian character, divine nectarian character, looks at someone, okay, with love, joy, feelings of love, smiling at somebody, smiling with his devotees, so much love, nectar, love feelings, how it could be felt in the hearts of those devotees. Oceanic taste of nectar, oceanic taste of beauty, not little bit. Unlike ordinary glance, unlike ordinary smile found in this limited mundane plane. Okay, it's nothing compared to that. Some of the romantic poets, you find there are many romantic poets and their romantic poetries. Okay, fine. So they relish a lot, even on the mundane plane of love relationships, romantic beauty, world of romantic beauties. The poets feel so much beauty and ecstasy, some love to relate to the nature, to flower, to the trees, to humans, specifically to their beloved. Okay. It can only be felt in a more romantic way, not in a casual, dry way. I don't mean no dry, casual way, but in a romantic way. Then what to speak more of the divine, world of divine romance? Okay, transcendental romance. Okay. So that's what we have to try to understand. Why so much glories of Krishna has been described around all little part of his lila. Okay, his lips, his lotus eyes, his smile, his cheeks. Okay, his then Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram. Around his walking step. Okay. While Krishna is walking, each and every step becomes a dancing step. Okay. Each and every step of Krishna, each and every walking step of Krishna, okay, becomes so attractive. Meaning, it is meaning so, how to say, it is so attractive. It has been described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, while Krishna continued walking on the land of Braja, okay, on our Mother Earth simply began to feel
commencer à ressentir
inexplicably wonderful nectar taste,
des sensations.
nectarine taste by each step of his walking,
Chaque pas
as if
sur son
the heart of the whole heart of the mother nature,
le cœur de la
okay,
mère nature.
all became fulfilled, all became alive and fulfilled with so much exaltation, receiving
L'exaltation
Krishna's walking step
des pas de Krishna
on the earth.
sur la terre.
So, not only Mother Earth was receiving that pleasure, anything situated on that soil
Ce qui était situé
of
sur
Braja,
ce sol de Braja,
while Krishna was placing steps while walking,
marcher,
okay, walking and engaged in flute play, playing flute songs.
un jeu de flûte.
Anything situated like trees and other things situated in that Mother Earth also wonderfully started feeling thrills
À ressentir les
of the
tremblements,
connection of Krishna's
les
feet
frissons
on Mother Earth.
des pieds de Krishna sur
It
la
was
terre. C'était tellement,
so it's transmitting
c'était contagieux.
like electricity current. I mean, giving some idea, it's not electricity current.
Comme
Like it's like
un
so
courant électrique,
nectarine transmission of the nectarine
comme une transmission
feelings, consciousness of Krishna's feet,
de la conscience,
touch
des
of
pieds de
Krishna's
Krishna,
feet.
du contact de
Okay.
pieds de Krishna.
Very much unlike the ordinary mundane stepping.
Pas comme les pas de
Cannot be
ce-
compared.
ça peut pas être comparé.
Okay. So, Vallabhacharya here explains,
Vallabhacharya,
Gamanam madhuram, hridayam madhuram. O Lord, O my beloved Lord, when you start walking,
quand tu commences
when you
à
start walking on this land,
sur cette
when you
terre,
start walking on our heart, on the land of our inner heart and
sur la terre
soul,
de notre cœur,
playing flute song
quand tu joues
with your lips, with your divine lips, beautiful, divinely beautiful lips, and you cast your nectarine glance at us with sweet smile, with the face decorated with sweet smile, decorated with lotus petal eyes,
des yeux comme des pétales de lotus,
emanating the ecstasy, energy of divine ecstasy all around you.
divine extase autour
And
de
you continue to be walking
et tu marchais
on the land of Braja,
sur la terre de
like you're walking on the land of our heart, inundating it with nectarine pleasure, nectarine bliss, accompanied by your flute song, sweet nectarine flute song, inundating all our existence, making us irresistibly attracted to you in love, with fathomless, infinite love for you, awakening a fathomless, unlimited love in our heart for you, and thereby inundating our whole heart and soul with your nectarine pleasure, bliss. I offer my full, respectful obeisance, wholehearted love obeisance. I worship you. I worship you, my beloved, with all love of my heart. It's beyond all ritual worshipping. The kind of worshipping I'm talking about is not ritual. It's formal. Love worship. Talking about love worship. The essence to all the ritual worshipping is ultimately meant, okay, as love worship. So, Madhuradhipati Rakhilang Madhuram. Oh, the meaning of the last line. Oh, the Adhipati of world of Madhurjam. Oh, the king. O the king, the undisputed supreme emperor of the infinite world of Madhurjam, infinite world of divine sweetness and nectar, nectarine bliss, Madhuradhipati. Everything, I repeat, O the supreme divine emperor of the infinite world, transcendental world of all divine sweetness and nectar. Everything of yours is sweet and sweet. Nectar and nectar. That is our realization. That is our most wonderful divine realization about you. We wholeheartedly offer our full love, obeisance to you. That is the mood. It's not literally there exactly. In the last line, in the meaning of last line, obeisance is not literally there, but it is understood clearly. So, in other words, we offer all our love worships to you. In other words, we worship you. We adore you with all love of our heart. Whatever love we can have, we can feel for you, we want to give everything to you and worship you, O our Supreme Beloved Lord. Supreme Lord of our life, the Beloved. See, the explanation, the first verse. You can imagine if I go on explaining all the verses, taking hours. Now touching on the meanings of Bhaja Hure Mon. I hope I will be able to complete. Sometimes you may find me explaining things in a repeated manner. It is, that has been my style, so that whatever I am explaining, it gets deep-rooted, deeply impressed in all of you. And also I repeat, for the reason I myself take immense pleasure by repeatedly explaining about the glory of the Lord. Okay, one time, two times, not sufficient. Okay, my style is, I just spoke one time and finished. No, it's not enough. Feel like saying more and more, explaining more and relishing more. And that's what I would also expect you all. Okay, to be relishing in the same way. Okay. It's not anything like that, oh, I just spoke, oh, finished. Okay, enough. No. It is a ever-increasing joy and relish, beauty, dynamic nature. That's why I repeat. Many things, many beautiful things in our life, we actually be repeating. Yes, they never get monotonous. Everyday life, we are repeating many things. See? Eating, sleeping, drinking, sleeping. Okay, enjoying in our life every day, repeatedly. You are eating every day when you are hungry, but it never becomes monotonous. When you are hungry, you feel so much taste. So every day you are eating, drinking, sleeping, everything you are doing. But still it gives us so much happiness and relish. Repeating every day. So many things we are repeating. I am not explaining all, you understand. Repeating. Because
choses qu'on
we
fait
cannot
chaque jour.
live a happy life without them,
On ne peut pas vivre
without those
sans
repetitions.
ces choses-là, sans cette répétition.
So, suppose when you are feeling tired,
Quand vous sentez
you love
fatigué,
to sleep.
vous adorez dormir.
Okay, every day you are doing it,
Chaque jour, vous
but it never gets stale or monotonous,
jamais
charmless. Every time you feel tired, you love to sleep.
chaque fois, vous sentez
Every time you
fatigué,
feel,
vous adorez.
but after enough of sleep, then of course you wake up,
Après avoir bien
then you
dormi,
repeat wakeful, energetic ways of your activities. Again, that is also repetition.
l'énergie de votre
Everyday life, some duties are there.
chaque jour,
Okay.
vous devoir
You engage in some activities what you need to do to sustain, maintain your life. So, again, after some time, when you feel tired, you again love to sleep. When you feel hungry, you love to eat delicious food. You never think, oh, I every day eat. It's repetition, I don't like it anymore. Never think. Rather you feel, oh, so much taste, gobbling, when I'm so hungry, so much taste. While you are thirsty, okay, you feel so much taste in drinking water, so happy. You never feel, oh, I am drinking water all the time, I don't need it. No. Then what to speak more about when we are relishing the lila, relishing the nectar in connection with the supreme nectarine truth of life. What to speak more about that? How much relish, how much divine relish, nectarine relish we can receive through certain repetitions in our spiritual life. Great yogis, they absorb in meditation not for hours, not for days, for months. It is described in the ancient scriptures for years what they are receiving. You know, ordinarily, normally a person cannot be sitting in one time just for more than few hours. It's like to get up and walking, it's too tired. But what those great yogis are having, what they are receiving, what kind of nectar receiving through their meditation, they are staying, just sitting in the same posture for days and months without moving. It's true. See, it's not monotonous, not tiring for them, receiving some nectarian experience through the meditation. That's why. So when we shall also be able to relate to Supreme Lord in love. In other words, when we'll be able to even discover even a glimpse to relate to the Supreme Lord with love, it can be so much nectarine experience in our life. So, we'll be wanting more repetition of that. Okay, instead of thinking, oh, repeated, oh, I don't need. It's never enough. The more repetitions comes, more repetition of that nectarine experience comes in your life, you want it more and more and more, never-ending way. That is the criteria of the experience. Opposed to monotony, monotonous experience through repetition, tiresome experience of repetition. So that's what I connect to when I speak. I love to repeat sometimes. Really. Okay. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nandan Abhaya Charana Vindare Bhajahu re mana Sri Nandan Abhaya Charana Vindare. First line. The normal translation of it is O my mind,
ô mental,
O my mind and heart,
mon cœur,
please be engaged
s'il te plaît,
in
engage-toi
worshipping,
dans l'adoration,
in devotionally worshipping the
l'adoration
son
dévotionnelle
of Nanda Maharaj,
du fils de Nanda
Krishna.
Maharaj, qui est Krishna,
the shelter,
qui est le refuge,
the divine shelter under whose lotus feet,
sous les
in other words, the divine shelter at whose lotus feet
le refuge
is all protecting.
qui nous protège.
Abhaya Charanaro Bindari. Yes. It is the source of all fearlessness. All is the source of all solution, protections, caring, all cares. It makes us free from all anxieties and sorrows. This is the meaning, deeper meaning of Abhaya Charana Arabinda. So, now, go into explanation again. Oh my dear mind and heart. Oh my dear my mind and my heart. Please be engaging in the loving worships of the son of Nanda Maharaj. And when you receive the shelter at his lotus feet, you know, in Indian culture, you may not often understand why so much glorification around the lotus feet. Okay. In Indian culture, in Indian Vedic culture, the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord also represents like solace, as the divine solace, shelter of our life. See, now if I have to explain, I have to go into so much. If I just say it's the lotus feet of the Lord, the conception will not be wholesome. It will not be complete. Now, if I explain into the meanings of this verse from the Upanishad, Vedanta, then it will make you all understand, give you some idea about what is the real conception, full-fledged, relatively full-fledged, wide conception of the lotus feet of the Lord. See, the problem is that whatever we are reading in the spiritual literatures, you see, I repeat, the problem is that generally when we read certain spiritual literatures and some descriptions through the Holy Scriptures, we understand them according to our thought process, according to our limited conceptualization, thinking, oh, it is this. So when you read about lotus feet of Lord or talk about, you think, oh, lotus feet means the Supreme Lord has got a beautiful, wonderful, feet. Looks so beautiful. It is compared with the lotus petal, lotus beauty. No, that's it. That way. But there is so much more, and according to Tattva, conception of Tattva, so much more meaning is there with each and every portion of the divine form of the Supreme Lord. In Vedic literature, in Vedic scripture, glories of Lord Lotus feet is described like in this way. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Shuraya Devi Vachakshu Ratatam. Have you heard about that mantra? Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Shuraya Devi Vachakshu Ratatam. Om. It's describing. Oh Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, means Krishna ultimately. I see your lotus feet pervading all space over my head. Okay, and it is looking at us, watching us with guardian's view. Okay, watching us all the time. Okay, so they found mystically the devotees, some of the great spiritualists, the great devotees, mystically realized about the lotus feet of Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, like it's spreaded like umbrella, all over, all around. Okay, and protecting us, watching us, and when we can connect, as we are able to connect to that vision of the lotus feet of the Lord Narayana, then we can receive some most wonderful, mystical, nectarian experience from that. So, that's how it has been conceived. It's a very mystically wonderful way. We cannot understand all these by our limited human conception of the human feet. Okay, impossible. So, like we also find in the Vamana Deva Leela. So, when he manifested, at the last point, he wonderfully manifested before King Bali, and by 3 steps he occupied all 3 planes of universe. It became so big, pervading. Just give me only 3 steps land. I thought, only 3 steps land? The quantity of land I want from you, which can be occupied only by my 3 steps. Understood something going to happen wonderful. 3-step land is very small. That's what he wants. Then, when he promised, okay, I give you Brahmana, I promise to give you only 3 steps, the portion of the land which is occupied by your 3 small steps. You are happy with that? You could have wanted from me much more. I am king. So much treasure and big kingdom, everything I could give you. You are only wanting from me only some land occupied by only your small 3 steps. Yes. Okay, I am really surprised. Okay, I am giving you. Sukracharya knew. Oh, some wonderful lila going to take place. King Boli didn't realize immediately. But he was also doubting. Something is there. Something is there. I not understand. I'm not really kind of directly understand, but let's see. Okay. But King Boli was already a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. So in the beginning he was not so happy only to give only the portion of land occupied by his 3 steps. But that's what he was wanting. Okay. As soon as he promised, then Vamanadev now appeared in his real form. Big, high, highest universal form, big. Then King Boli was wonderstruck. Then immediately his heart was completely wonderstruck, looking at, and could not find the end. He was so big, this way, that way. And accordingly, the feet also became so big. In one step, he took almost the whole earth mystically. Second step, took the second plane of the universe. On the third step, by both these steps, he covered the all three planes of the universe, under the kingdom, under the ruling of King Bali. Everything is given, occupied. Now he asked, you promised to give me the land, okay, for my third step. Where is that? Where can I place my third step? Nothing is left. All are occupied, all are already covered by my 2 steps. Nothing is left. Then, you know, the great devotees of the Lord are also very powerful, very intelligent. Then he simply looked at, he understood my Supreme Lord, simply looked at his own beloved Supreme Lord, Narayana in the form of Vamana, and just told him, nothing is left, only my head is left. Place your third feet on my head. It may be small, but I am giving everything of mine by giving my head for your third step, to place your lotus feet on my head. Then Vamandev was very pleased. It was a token, like I give everything to you. You have taken away everything of mine. Now I am still remaining. I also offer myself everything. I offer also full myself to you, my Lord. Place your feet on my head. Third step. Then Vamandev was very pleased. And of course, then he rewarded King Bali with the Sutala. So, back to the point, see, giving you some idea about what wonderful conception we can have. The concept of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord can be. How wonderful it can be. So Abhaya Charanaro Bindare. So, there, in this song is being explained. Oh my dear mind and heart, please be engaging. Please be engaged in love worship of the Son, divine Son of Nanda Maharaj, and wholeheartedly embrace the shelter of his lotus feet. Please be embracing the shelter of the lotus feet of the Son of Nanda Maharaj. The lotus feet, which is the source, origin of all fearlessness, worldly fearlessness. Abhaya means receiving fearlessness. Is receiving all courage, confidence, conviction, assurance. Okay. So when we say we become fearless, mind becomes fearless, means it becomes worry-free. It becomes free from anxieties and worries. Not only being free from dangerous things. Okay, not only being saved from dangers, but also becoming free from all worries and anxieties, all types of worldly fears, what I can lose, or some problems I can have in life, and many things can go wrong in my life. So we are always living under different types of fears, worldly fears in our life. So, after embracing the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, in other words, after being situated, established, settled in the assurance-giving lotus feet, assurance-giving shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, then all your fears will simply go away. all your different kinds of fears, anxieties go away. You will feel protected and nurtured, so much cared by Lord. So therefore, questions may arise. Sometimes with devotees, sometimes we are faced with a lot of troubles, okay, some anxieties, troubles, problems in our life. See, if I don't explain about this, then this question will be remaining in many minds. Then what? When so much assurance is being given, okay, about the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, that it will be freeing us from worldly fears of loss and other problems and struggle. When assurance being given that we will be receiving a shelter, nice shelter and protection from that, then why Krishna devotees of the Supreme God, often faced with so much problems and troubles, so much fears of life? Sometimes it happens. The answer to that is that, although many of us think of ourselves, we have become devotees of Lord, but actually, in fact, we have not really become the qualified devotees of the Lord. Okay, therefore it doesn't happen. Okay, but when somebody truly becomes an ideal devotee of the Lord, then it is guaranteed that all these fleeting, all the troubles or problems appear in the lives of the devotee, okay, will simply go away in no time, by and by, very soon. Although sometimes it may come, some troubles, problems may appear in the lives of devotees due to effect of the karma, according to law of karma of different past lives or different wrong activities. Yet, when that person can become a devotee of the Lord in true sense, in fact, really can become the devotee of the Lord, embracing the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord, then all those problems, all the dangers or problems or troubles cannot but simply go away very soon. They cannot but just go away very soon. Protection is given. That is also, I am not speaking about this from imagination, but it is a reality. It is a reality experienced from different great lives, great devotees. That although many of the great lives were also having some experience of sufferings, experience of upheavals, many upheavals and problems, struggles in life. But ultimately, they pass through all those, overcome them with the superior ability of the grace of the Supreme Lord, and be decorated with victory and victory. Therefore, they are called superhuman beings. Great lives. They never collapse. Like ordinary lives, they never collapse. They never succumb or collapse. On the face of struggles or problems. But having some superior ability from within, from the level of his own super soul, and receiving some extra power, some super power, superior ability from the divine grace from above, from Supreme Lord. They go on with full faith in the God, in full faith in the Supreme Lord. then actually they receive some wonderful power from above, from the God, okay, through prayers. And they overcome. Ultimately they overcome everything, overpower everything, and become victorious. So they win the success, they become decorated with the beautiful colors of success. They become simply decorated with success, achievement, and victory. Therefore, they are called heroes. Therefore, they are glorified in our lives as real heroes. How to say? Real life heroes. Real life heroes we call. It's found in the spiritual world, also in the great lives. So then, like elite commandos, they are like elite commandos. They overcome all the struggles and problems with superior ability, higher power. That's what makes them more glorious, being more powerful than the ordinary, more able than the ordinary, compared to the ordinary. Okay, more qualified compared to the ordinary. Somewhat like elite commandos we find in the world. They also go through a lot of austere trainings in the life, take a lot of pains in order to overcome the pain, overcome those troubles, become more fit, highly fit. What ordinary soldiers cannot do, elite commandos can do that. In the moment of need, saving lives, saving others, protecting. In the moment of dire necessity, governments send the elite commandos because they are so well trained, so more able compared to other army. Okay. So, in the great lives, we also see like that. They are great heroes, big heroes. And simply all the troubles and problems appeared in their life for tasting them become ornamental qualifications of heroism. Like they are ornaments of heroism to glorify their superior ability and power, extra power and ability compared to the ordinary persons. So, devotees of Krishna, the high-class devotees of Krishna, actually look at some troubles and problems, temporary troubles and problems in life, like splitting. Oh, it's temporary. It has appeared in my life to test the quality of my dedication and devotion to the Supreme Lord. To test the quality of my devotion, power of my devotion to the Supreme Lord. Whether it is easily swayed, easily fluctuating, okay, going away from Lord, or still having, unmoved, firm faith in God, still having, deep and unmoved, powerful faith in Lord, faith in His protection, in spite of having so much troubles and problems. When Supreme Lord sees that, He becomes so pleased and He becomes defeated before the power of devotion of the devotee to Him. Okay. So then He interferes. And He intervenes, all problems, everything just becomes solved and they become ornamental in the future. And devotees become simply decorated with glories of success in spiritual life. And all the troubles and problems appeared in his or her life in the past, while in the process, devotional process, become like ornamental qualities. Okay, that they pass through the test. Like winning medals in the Olympic Games, I often give that example. All the austere, painful trainings to achieve the target in Olympic game becomes ornamental qualification as soon as they win the medal. Win the gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal. then all their austere training, painful trainings they take to reach that level of success in the Olympic becomes turned into joy, happiness. Okay, during the training time they cry in pain. Through it, they cannot take so much pain too exhausting, physically exhausting. They cry in pain, and after winning the medal, they cry in joy. Both times they are crying. Before they are crying in pain, then later they are crying in happiness, with pride that I have won the success. I have been able to reach such level of success in human life. Giving you some examples, practical examples. So, problems or struggles appearing in the life of a devotee, great spiritualist, are taken by the devotee, they are addressed by the devotee just in normal way, as some purpose is there behind. Krishna is allowing this to happen in my life, not stopping. Might be some higher reasons behind, okay, to make me trained like elite commando. Okay, but still that devotee has got full faith in Lord, never fluctuating, but with full, strong faith in the Lord. How to say, unswerving, unmoved faith. Okay, in Lord. Not like that, I became devotee of Lord, I became your devotee, I am trying to live life of Krishna consciousness, and you are sending me so much troubles, you are allowing it, you are not stopping, you are allowing it to happen in my life problems. I don't believe in you. You are not good, Lord, you are bad, I don't believe in you anymore. Okay, so I have got nothing to do with you. Then just fail the whole test. But a real devotee never does that. What to speak more in the happy moment, happy times, even on the face of very unhappy, troublesome period of life, very problematic periods of life, turmoil, still they don't lose faith. Still, they never lose faith in Supreme Lord. When they can do that, they pass the examination. Simply pass the examination about their devotion in relation to Supreme Lord. Then at that stage, by some certain wonderful divine intervention of the Supreme Lord, okay, all that problems and struggles and all just go away. Go away. Within no time, they simply go away. And that's what we find in the great lives. I am not talking about something from my imagination. If you read into the history, when you read into the history of the great lives, that's what we see. That it looks like, they cannot survive. So difficult. They pass through so much suffering and turmoil sometimes. Great life, they cannot survive. But at the end we see, not only they survived, they had won a victorious success. They won the victory. They won such type of success which is so glorious and decorated with victory. So it happens. So back to the point. When the devotees have some questions in his mind, not all, it doesn't happen in all devotees' life. When some problems, troubles come in life of devotee, number one, we have to understand we are not true devotees yet. We are not devotees in a true sense in the first place. So we don't deserve special intervention of God, protection of God in the first place, because we are not devotees in the first place, properly. Number two, that when when somebody becomes a real devotee of the Lord, still some test comes. Okay, not in the lives of all the devotees. Okay, not, but in the lives of some devotees, due to some law of karma, due to some effect of the karma of the past lives or this life, due to some wrong activities, problems, struggles come. These problems and struggles are not sent by God. They are not caused by Krishna. They are all caused by my own karma, own wrongdoings of own karma. So we cannot also hold Krishna, Supreme God, responsible for that in any way. Okay? But we may say why he lets it happen. He is all controller. Okay, all protector. He can stop it. But why he lets it happen, allows it to happen. Although it is not caused, problems not caused by him, but why he is allowing it to happen. He could be more merciful to me. Yes. The answer to that, yes. You will be deserving that special mercy, merciful intervention from Supreme Lord Krishna, while you also give yourself, relate to him as a real devotee. As soon as you become real devotee, gradually or in no time, those problems, struggles go away. We have seen it through our experience of life. We have seen that. Even which is appearing in the form of curse in the beginning, that curse can be transformed into a boom in the long run. Something, I repeat, something in the life of a real devotee, like appearing like a curse in the beginning, at the starting point. Okay, looks like to be a curse, but eventually as a devotee continues through it, passes through it with still deep faith and devotion to the Lord, okay, praying for His grace, to give him more ability to face all these problems, to fight these problems and survive. It comes. That sort of grace comes from the Lord, okay, through continued prayer. And all these curse situations become transformed into this situation that of boom. Curse becomes transformed into boom. It's like when one side of the river is breaking down, other side is flourishing of the river, you see. It so happens, like a big example in the life of Srila Swami Prabhupada, when he came to the West. At some point, he was a good businessman, but whatever business he was trying to do, becoming failure. Whatever business he was trying to do in his life, in his Garustha life, all coming to failure. Then he did not lose faith in Krishna. Then he talked to Krishna, my Lord. It's a reality I'm talking about. My Lord. So, must be it's not your desire that I do business. Certainly I can now feel through my practical experience, it's not your desire that I do business and become successful as businessman. Okay. All right. Now I promise to you not to do any more business. I give up everything. I will take sannyasa. Now I am going to take sannyasa, taking renounced life only for you. No more family business, nothing. Only for you I dedicate my whole life for you, taking sannyasa. He determined. As he took that decision, final decision, he also applied accordingly.
I think many need help in the response.
So, as he took that decision, he just implemented it. That's it. That was finally decided. He went out and took renounced life, sannyasa. Then he spent few years in India, Vrindavan, engaged, absorbed in sadhana, and writing books, preparing some books. And then at some point, he came to the Western country. He came to America almost penniless. Almost penniless. And the way he described, in the beginning he did not know which way to go, which direction to go in America. All unknown. He was in some land where nobody was known to him, no shelter, all uncertain, everything uncertain around. He was seeing himself, apparently he was seeing himself in the ocean of uncertainty all around. Okay, he was not sure which direction to go, which place in America. Pray to Krishna, the way Krishna inspired, he just went to that direction. A slow but steady way, he continued his Hare Krishna, the spiritual program of Krishna consciousness, and the rest is the history, you all know. Rest became the wonderful history of success. See? That's one example. I can give you many more examples, taking from the great lives, like this, happening wonderful way. From turmoil, from the situation of turmoil, suddenly it's taking a turn into opposite way. Great solution, great success. In other words, from the curse is getting turned. The curse is being transformed into boon. Curse being converted into boon in the long run. Okay, in relation to the Lord. But if it was not related to the Lord, then the curse will remain as curse. It won't be turned into boon. Okay, because that is the karma. That is the effect of the karma. That person is supposed to take curse. But because he or she became a devotee of Lord, and having unmoved faith, firm faith in the Supreme Lord, still on the face of turmoil, in the face of great problems. Therefore he is becoming rewarded. He is being rewarded with the boons in the long run, with success. It often happens in the great lives. See, look into the great lives. If you read into the great lives, if you look into the great lives, very few you will be finding, very few of the great lives you will be finding without any problems, without any troubles. They all took sufferings to teach us. Okay, to set an example before us, teach an example before us. Don't be hopeless. Don't lose your heart. Okay? Never be hopeless. Never lose your heart. Still have faith. Self-evident faith in the Lord. Result will come. He is seeing. He will take care. Become devoted. That is your test. Okay? To make you elite commando like devotee. Sometimes. Maybe Lord doesn't want you to remain soft, very gentle, okay, type of devotee, very soft, but He wants you to be stronger, more powerful devotee, to help others also, to help others to do away with their problems, to fight with their struggles and problems with superior power from God consciousness. Superior power of superior, Krishna consciousness, deriving some superior ability through faith, through enlightened faith. Okay, faith in the absolute truth has got power in it. It's not any imaginary faith, kind of shallow, fleeting type of shallow faith. I'm talking about established faith, firm faith in the supreme truth. Because His truth, His truth. We call it absolute truth. So, intervention comes. Divine intervention comes at some point. So, see, I even explain only one line of this song. I don't know how to explain the whole song. Maybe I should not. Only Abhaya Charanaro Vindari. Just explain how the lotus feet of Krishna can be source of fearlessness. Then the next line of the song, Durlabhamanava Janama Sat Sangi Tarahoi Bhavo Sindhuri. Durlabhamanava Janama Sat Sangi Tarahoi Bhavo Sindhuri. Oh myself, oh my mind and heart, addressing to his own self, oh myself, please understand, after many births, okay, out of 84 lakhs of species of life, many births, okay, amidst the 84 lakhs of species of lives or births, now you have been born as human being. Now you are born as human. Don't think that you are going to be born as human in every life. Just look around and see there are so many species of lives, so many types of animals and creatures all around. You can become just one of them. But in this lifetime, you have received the human birth. Okay? In this life, you have fortunately received human birth. You have been born as human being. You must know, must understand you are fortunate. You can receive so much gain by engaging in the good activities, high-class spiritual activities, Krishna conscious activities in this human birth, which is not possible in other animalistic births. Okay? So you have received this human life, which is very rare. In this lifetime, again, okay, you have fortunately received the human life, which is so rare. Durlabha manava janama. So, please, oh my mind, oh myself, please listen to me. Please listen to me. See, his own self becoming divided into two parts. He is advising his own self, teaching others, inspiring others. Okay, like he's being situated on his higher conscience, that is representing his own one self, one part of the self. And he is that being situated in that self of higher conscience and wisdom, he is advising his general self, other fold of his own self. Okay, that after many births, you have received the high-class human birth, human life, out of great fortune. Consider it is also given by certain grace of the Lord. It's awarded to you by the grace of the Supreme Lord. So never just make use of this rare human birth for futile purpose, for some ordinary common futile things, and the ending, just getting end in death. ultimately. Never do that. Because please understand, the human life you have received is so valuable, at the same time so rare at the same time. You won't often get that. So never miss this chance. Never lose this chance. Never lose this golden opportunity, golden chance in your life to make the best utility of this human birth and have the golden gain and receive the highest gain, attain the highest gain of life by attaining God, by attaining the Supreme Lord, service, divine relationship and service to the Supreme Lord. So, spend your life, spend your human life in the holy association, Satsangi, in the holy association of great sadhus, saintly devotees of Lord. And thus, Taraho ei bhavo sindhure. Taraho ei bhavo sindhure. Thus, you can cross over the ocean of birth and death, the worldly ocean of birth and death. You can be liberated and go to the divine abode of Supreme Lord. With ambrosial liberation of life, you can finally go to the abode of the Lord, approach the personification of all fulfillment, nectarian fulfillment. And you have got that privilege, great chance and advantage in the human life. If you lose it, if you lose this chance, you never know when again you are going to get that. So, please be serious. Please be mindful and serious not to miss this opportunity, this chance, and utilize it to the best in Krishna consciousness, being engaged in the holy association. Okay, engaged, taking the holy association of the higher spiritualists, divine saintly people, okay, great devotees of the Lord. Then it is guaranteed you can. It is for sure you will be able to cross over the worldly ocean of birth and death and be liberated. Shita atapa, the next line. Shita atapa, bhata barishana, edina jamini jagire, bifale shebinu kripana durajan, chapala sukhalava lagire. Okay, now it's described in a descriptive way. These are all temporary things. Like heat and cold, well and woe of life, day and night. Okay, we are simply living our life in a very conventional, monotonous way, same way, through the heat and cold, experience of well and woe, good and bad, okay, pleasure and pain, and thus we are living our daily life in a very conventional, monotonous way, the same thing we are passing through without any meaning, just living our life in such an ordinary way. You are living your daily life such an ordinary, common way, without being meaningful, without achieving anything special, without having anything special. So you are being loser. He's telling himself, oh mind, understand. Thus you are being loser. You are losing the golden opportunity of human life. In this way, just simply by living it casually, living your day-to-day life so casually, so ordinary way, instead of high class, Okay? Spiritual way in relation to the Supreme Divine Truth. Oh, you can gain so much. You can gain so much if you live your life in Krishna consciousness, higher divine Krishna consciousness. You can achieve, you can attain so much. You can become so much rich in this lifetime. So mind it, care for it, uplift yourself, develop yourself. Never let you continue to be living your life in a very ordinary way. So there is a mood. There is some inner mood through these lines. Alright, so I am not going to explain the full song. That will be taking 2 more hours. So I'd rather like to invite some queries related or unrelated to today's topic. If you have any, or if you feel a bit tired or exhausted physically, then we can just sing some devotional song, Mahamantra, and conclude our today's concept. After all, we are dealing with the infinite world. Spiritual world, spiritual topics mean that of infinite nature, infinite world. So we cannot expect it to be ending, that finishing somehow. Never happens. So we have to stop somehow. What to do? If you have any query, I'd like to receive it. If you don't have, thinking, if I put a question, then another answer, lengthy answer will come from Maharaj. Now we have to study till This is my style. I love to answer in a thorough way, with full clarification, instead of answering little bit and so much remains to be answered. Then it gives rise to the further question and further. So the way I analyze and explain, so that no more queries really remain after that thorough analysis.
Our Srila Maharaj said once that something very near to all of us in society at large. He said, don't deceive yourself.
Yes.
Don't deceive yourself. Means there is no judgment or whatever. He take part of the simple condition of human beings by saying just don't deceive yourself. That means it is what you explained was that I feel it, to take part of the divine plan.
Yes.
Although we are, Sridhar Maharaj is taking in consideration any soul of the planet, like Gita, Bhakti Nandan Swami, Prabhupada.
Yes.
This is very, you talk also about universal teaching. Universal when Sridhar Maharaj said, when he said, don't deceive yourself. That apply to any religion, any soul of the planet.
True.
And you insist many times on this point, that you are right to do it, and even ourselves, after 50 years of Krishna consciousness, we are very new. And when we heard you, we feel something very fresh, actually.
Yes.
very fresh. I thank you very much.
Yes. So, it's your very nice comment. Important comment on what I analyzed, explained. So it's not a query from you, but you made comment. Very nice.
No, I don't want that to.
Yes.
But I could not restrain from my inner self what I feel for you, and I wanted to share with all of us because it is the goal of
So
our
nice.
life.
So
We are beginning, we are bigger from any person from you, like you.
It's your goodness. We appreciate. So nice of you. It also shows your higher quality within you. Krishna here. So, yes.
En français, on essaye de faire toujours de notre mieux, mais parfois on blesse certaines personnes. Et je me demande comment on peut être, quelle attitude après adopter avec ces personnes-là quand on les a blessées.
So the question is, sometimes in life, just by living our life, we can hurt some other people unwillingly, and then so what's
Unwillingly
yes,
or willingly?
unwillingly.
Unwillingly.
And then what's the attitude to adopt towards this person that feels hurt by just our behavior?
Say again, repeat it.
I repeat.
Repeat the same question. Okay.
So just sometimes, just by being ourselves, living our lives, we hurt people. And
Unwillingly.
And then what's the attitude to keep to adopt towards those people that feel really hurt by just us?
Easy and simple way to find solution to that, to solve that. Just we need to approach those people. Okay, saying sorry. Okay, begging forgiveness, saying sorry. That I hurt you unwillingly. Okay, just to strive to be myself. And although I didn't mean to be hurting you, but you got hurt due to some situational reasons. I don't mean to hurt you in any way. Sorry for that. And please understand and be nice with me. Because I have all nice feelings towards you. Okay. So, number one, you have to communicate with those people in the first place. Secondly, we all need to be very conscious of certain realities, certain situations where I should become myself. At the same time, I must take adjustment. I must follow certain adjustment or harmony in such a way so that I don't even unwillingly hurt others. There are certain ways of life can be discovered that we can take care, we can nicely take care of our being, our life. We can do our things nicely, okay, at least to some extent, to a good extent, without hurting others. If we are conscious enough and searching after those ways of our life, looking for those ways with attention and care, eventually we can be discovering certain ways of our lifestyle in which we follow such type of adjustment or harmony, so that I become successful, I become satisfied in my life, okay, by doing things. I am also happy. At the same time, I don't do anything which will be hurting others. So we need to consciously search for that kind of life ways. Again, I remain very satisfied and happy without unwillingly hurting others. It is possible. To find out intelligently, we need to find out intelligent ways. Okay, there are some. But where something inevitable, like in order to become yourself, or in order to become myself, in order to live my life in a natural way as myself and appropriately, okay, without exploiting motive for others, appropriately, I have no other way but to hurt others. Can't avoid it, but somehow or other I will cause some hurting to others. In that case, what to do? Beg forgiveness from those who are hurt by me unwillingly, unintentionally, and give them a message, at least extend a message to them. I am sorry. I am very sorry. I didn't mean to do it in this way, but I had no other way around. I could not find any other alternative way around. So in spite of my unwillingness, in spite of the fact I don't mean to do it happen, very sorry, or please adjust with it, okay, and forgive me that I had to do it somehow or other you felt hurt, although I don't mean to, unintentional, totally unintentional from me. Okay, in this way. But in many cases, when you search for a particular ways of becoming yourself, living a happy, satisfied life without hurting others, you can do that. You can find some ways, appropriate ways. So you need to be very, very careful in the beginning. Instead of being casual and lethargy, okay, idle, and just causing hurting to others, that is not good. We must search for some practical ways, and it is there, through which I will stay satisfied and happy. My life will stay satisfied and happy. At the same time, I won't hurt others without hurting others. And often we should also be filled with some higher noble spirit in our life. In other words, because since we are human beings, we often take pride to call us as high-class human being. It means I have to be high class. We need to be high class. We need to have some noble qualities, that of kindness, compassion, spirit of non-violence, compassion, okay, proper considerations about others. And in order to do that, we need to be considerate, behave appropriately, with some happy spirit of sacrifice, with some noble spirit, compassionate spirit of sacrifice, also for the others, for the good of others. Not always to be myself in a selfish way, but also to become myself, my higher self, with some noble spirit of sacrifice, noble consideration with compassion for others also. That is also myself, also becoming myself, becoming my higher self, instead of only selfish one, selfish identity. Okay. And in many places, while we do some nice sacrifice out of our noble feelings, kind feelings for others, that itself also brings so much satisfaction to myself, to become compassionate, to become kind, to become affectionately considering about others. And that also brings some higher satisfaction in my life. Okay, holy satisfaction. That is also myself, becoming myself, that of higher nature. Yes. And find out the higher adjustments, higher ways of the adjustment and harmony. Okay, for myself, also in relation to others. With the Spirit, we are all children of the same Supreme Divine Truth. We are one family. Okay, all coming from the same Supreme origin. Okay, so we're all family, human family. Not only for human beings, even for the animals. Care for the animals, other creatures. So our philosophy of Krishna consciousness is not just limited within caring only for human beings, but for other creatures all around, all over the world. Then it becomes the real principle, real noble principle of compassion and non-violence. Okay. And also there is so much happiness in doing that. Higher satisfaction and happiness in doing that. Being compassionately caring, affectionately caring for myself and others as much as possible for me.